I'm Linda, and this is the KX Country Clubhouse. Absolutely thrilled today to have someone joining me who just so happens to have the number one song in country.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Welcome, Jameson Rodgers.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Good to meet you. And yeah, it's what a weird time right now. I moved to Nashville 10 years ago, and so that's what I've been working 10 years for. Crazy stuff.
So it's proof that dreams can come true.
Yeah, absolutely. Look at me. I'm living proof. Yeah, I'm just a dude from a little small town in Mississippi that moved to Nashville with a dream. And yeah, it just takes a lot. When I moved to town, they called it a 10-year town, and they were like, it'll take you 10 years. And I used to always be like, it ain't going to take me 10 years. So here it is. I hit it right on the head with 10 years. So it's all good.
Well, when I first played the song a couple of months ago, we're talking about Some Girls, I kind of sat back and I went, who is this guy? Yeah. And then I remembered you were actually here in Canada earlier, well, before the pandemic, when you opened for Luke Combs.
Yeah, I was. I mean, if you had told me then that a pandemic was coming and a number one song was coming at the same time, I would have probably told you were crazy. So it's yeah, crazy stuff.
Jameson, when you did open for, people like Luke Combs and Old Dominion, what do you take away from being on tour with people like that?
Yeah, I mean, being around Luke all year last year, I got to play 60 arenas with him. Just seeing how he treats his guys, his crew and band and everybody out there on the road all day long. I mean, there's people out there working from 6 a.m. to 1 a.m. around the clock. And, he takes time out of his day to go speak to them and hang with them for a little bit and just learning stuff like that, how to treat people, I've always treated people well, just like seeing Luke take time out of his day and just being a good dude. I think it just went a long way.
Nice. And your creative process, are you one of those people that have to, lock yourself up in a room or maybe go out in the forest to get inspiration?
No, not really. I've always been like I'm very streaky with my creative spirit. Like I'll go 2 weeks where I feel like everything I hear is a great song idea, and then I'll go 2 weeks where I'm actually nervous if I'll ever be able to write a song again. If that makes sense. I've always been kind of streaky, and so I just enjoy the good streaks when you get them.
Have you celebrated yet?
Oh yeah. We celebrated. We celebrated plenty this week. I need to probably take a week off from celebrating. It would probably my body's begging me to take off. So.
Is that why I see bloodshot eyes?
No. No, not today.
No, not at all. Have you ever thought about? There's so many great collaborations right now. Do you have a dream of maybe collaborating with someone?
Well, I mean, my next single is going to be with one of my best buddies in Nashville, Mr. Luke Combs. So that's an awesome collaboration in my opinion. But outside of him, Eric Church I'm a huge fan of Eric Church. I think he's just an amazing songwriter. Outside of country, I think Taylor Swift would be a cool collab with me. I mean, I just think that would be. I've always loved her songwriting, so that would be really cool.
Awesome. Let's talk a little bit about during the pandemic and how we've all been trying to cope, and it's a whole new lifestyle for us now. And I mean, you and many other artists had so many plans of being out on the road and meeting your fans, and now everything came to a halt. Did you pick up any, I don't want to say bad habits, but did you learn something new maybe about yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's, I think, they say you don't truly know how much you love something until it's gone. I think I've just learned how much I need to play live shows. You know what I mean? It's, when you're doing it every day, you kind of, I don't know if taking it for granted is the right word, but it's just, it seems impossible that it could ever go away. And so now that it's gone, I've had to learn to just be more patient, I guess, if that answers your question. I mean, there's not much you can do right now sitting at home. So I have to be patient and just pray and hope we can play some shows again soon.
But any hobbies, were you out maybe, I don't know, working out, cycling, or
Yeah.
maybe you're a Netflix guy?
Well, I've gone through phases with all of that stuff throughout this quarantine, but I'm trying to think. I haven't picked up any really new hobbies. So I bought a new house right before the pandemic started, and so it's been fun kind of putting it together and doing some yard work and that kind of stuff around the house during this whole time.
All that great domestic stuff.
I've gotten my golf game has gotten better. I'll say that.
Okay. Do you cook?
I can cook a hot dog. Just kidding.
Boil an egg.
Yeah. I'm not a great cook. No, I'm not.
That's okay.
Yeah, I'll admit it. I'll admit it.
Everybody else cook for you.
Yeah, I can cook simple stuff, but nothing crazy.
We're creeping up to Halloween. No pun intended there. Do you remember growing up what maybe your favorite Halloween costume was?
Oh man. Honestly, I don't even remember. I've never been a big costume guy for some reason. I guess what would you call the Grinch of Halloween? We should have one of those. I feel like that's what I would do.
Okay. That's possible.
Oh man.
You have a favorite song right now?
Favorite song right now? Oh man. Luke's new EP has a song called Cold As You on it that I think is incredible. It's been on repeat the last week. So I guess we go with that one.
Okay, that's cool. And I did mention Netflix earlier. Have you been watching any kind of binge watching a series at all?
So I did back when all this stuff first started. I watched all the normal stuff, Tiger King and Ozark, and I think my favorite show is Outer Banks. That show was incredible. Have you watched that?
No, I did watch Ozark though. That was really good.
There's a show called Outer Banks, just one season, and I think they're filming the second season right now. So it's a really cool show.
Okay, if you want to check one out, the one we're watching right now is Kingdom.
Okay, yeah, I'll check it out.
Yeah, for sure. Well, you know what? I'm going to wrap things up because I know you're busy. Absolutely thrilled. Congratulations again on your number one.
Thank you so much.
That'd be incredible. Do you have a message for all of our listeners here in KX country?
Oh, I would just say thanks for supporting me if you have, and if you haven't, please do. And yeah, can't wait to come back up there and play some shows for you guys.
Well, we look forward to seeing you, hopefully. And much continued success. And thank you so much for the chat, Jameson Rodgers.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.